Hey everyone, CB here from CJB Studios, and this video is going to be a little bit awkward or unusual. I know it's a cliche at this point, I keep saying that over and over, but this time it really is going to be a bit different. And that is regarding the Loud House. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys might remember, back when I started my channel, in my second video that I've ever made, showing off my Loud House drawings, I said that I might get back into watching the show at one point. I never did. In fact, before I got my channel, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to get back into watching this show, because if you guys saw my video talking about a certain story that I will be addressing in a couple of minutes or so, I was really nervous about the show's future. And I really hate to say this, but I can't bring myself back to watch The Loud House anymore. I really can't. I tried and tried, and it's just no use anymore. I can't do it. I literally cannot bring myself back into watching the show anymore. And there are a couple of reasons why. One of those reasons is actually because of the aforementioned certain story that I was going to bring up. And that story is, it's not the same anymore. I know. That one Loud House story that I considered as a personal favorite, the one story that I wrote that was not a usual cliche, it distanced me from getting back into watching the show again. I know, the story is pretty dated at this point, but as I mentioned in an alternate take of why I wrote the story, not the take that was uploaded on my friend's channel, it was a different take that I recorded that was uploaded on this channel a couple months ago, actually. What I addressed in that alternate take of the video was, that I wasn't sure if I was going to get into watching Season 6 of the series. And I just never did. I just never got back into it. I'm sorry, but I just can't do it. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but again, I just don't see any point in trying to get back into watching The Loud House again. Even if it is still good, it's not worth it anymore. Like I said, I mean, the story is one thing, but another reason I can't get back into it was because of the time change. Like, back when Season 5 was announced, and in fact it was announced like 20 days before Season 4 came out, they announced the whole time skip thing. And I was very scared about that. Like, I didn't think it was going to be a good idea, and a lot of other people didn't either. And, well, as sad as it is, once Season 4 was coming to an end and Season 5 was on the way, I kind of gave up in watching it. And the last thing I ever watched of the show was Dream a Lily Dream, and that was like that was the only Season 5 episode I ever watched. And before that, I watched the Netflix Loud House movie, and if I'm being honest, I did state that it was in one of the other takes of that video on why I wrote It's Not the Same Anymore. It was the one on my friend's channel, by the way. I did say that, well, it was in the alternate take as well. I said that I thought the movie was okay. Like, I didn't think it was, you know, perfect. I mean, it was decent in my opinion. I didn't think it was bad. But since then, and since Dream a Lily Dream, I just never got back into watching it again. I just gave up on it. And I'm sorry, but like I said, I just cannot bring myself back into it anymore. And it's because of those reasons. It's because of the time skip and because of that one story that I made. It just distanced me to a further point that there's no point in going back into watching The Loud House anymore. Like, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. It's not worth it. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's true. I just cannot bring myself back to watching it. Especially now with what Nickelodeon is doing to the series, and because of how divisive the fandom's been at this point, I don't see any point in getting back into it anymore. And now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. Does that mean I hate The Loud House now? No. No, of course not. I don't hate it. I still think it's a really good show. In fact, I requested one guy to make 2 music videos with clips from the show that hopefully should be out at some point. So there's that. And there actually is one story that I started working on and never finished. So there's that too. So, yeah, I don't hate The Loud House I don't hate it. I just never got back into watching it again. And I don't think I ever will. So, yeah, I'm really sorry for kind of rambling on about this. I just thought of getting this off my chest because the whole idea of me trying to get back into watching the show and not getting back into it, it's just been bugging me for a year. Like, even when it's not the same anymore was narrated, it just kind of annoyed me to the point where I'm like, I have to talk about why I never got back into watching the show again. And it's kind of hard to explain at this point, but I'm like, you know what? I've been holding on to it for this too long. It's time I get it off my chest. So, yeah, that's kind of those are my reasons on why I just never got back into watching The Loud House. Is there a possibility that I might actually get back into it? Maybe, but I don't know. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please comment, like, subscribe. You know the drill. CB from CW Studios signing off. I will see you all next time.